Madam Speaker, huge tracts of land have been gobbled up by a tiny few. You name the area: Mountain Pine Ridge, San Pedro, Kikaka, Placencia, Independence, Hopkins, the Coastal Road, and I could go on and on. Huge, beautiful, valuable tracts of land sold for a paltry sum by the government of Belize. There's very little left to be had by the landless, for the landless. Very little land left for the children of the landless and the voiceless. The schemes were incredible, and of course they found their genesis under former Minister Gaspar Vega. Thousands of acres in the pristine Mountain Pine Ridge area gone forever, just like that. Put in other people's names, unbeknownst to those people, by scheming ministers and compliant public officers. When you match the signatures on the land documents with that of the copies of the Social Security cards, they don't square. It's a scheme that starts with ministers and their representatives able to get copies of the Social Security cards of the unsuspecting constituents who have come to apply to their offices for financial assistance. From there, these copies of social cards would form the bedrock of a land application, and those needy, unsuspecting individuals would be the recipients of massively lucrative chunks of land, but they don't know. The lands are in their names, but they don't know. The lands are later sold to wealthy individuals, but they don't know. The money is shared presumably between the ministers and their cronies, but they don't know. We have a case in Mountain Pine Ridge where permission to survey was granted to 5 individuals to each survey 115 acres of the juiciest, most fertile land on planet Earth. The 5 persons got the permission to survey in January 2012, 115 acres each, for a grand total of 575 acres in Mountain Pine Ridge. These 5 individuals then get titles to these lands 1 year later, all on the same day, January 8, 2013. They each pay a measly $15,039 to the government for 115 acres of Mountain Pine Ridge land, the area of the country where God smiled on us the most. 2.5 years later, all on the same day in September of 2015, these 5 people, Hilda Guerra, Oventino Guerra, Guadalupe Mojica, Hilda Mojica, and John Ramirez, all transferred ownership in the lands to Belize Roadway Construction Limited for $325,000, $265,000, $345,000, $275,000, and $230,000 respectively. If you're wondering who Belize Roadway Construction Limited is, they got the contract to resurface portions of the George Price Highway, I believe, and the Hummingbird Highway. But another related company of theirs also got 900 acres from the then government of Belize in the coastal area, 897 acres to be precise. Something like that must be illegal, because I don't recall it ever coming to the House for approval. And as far as I know, anything over 500 acres should get House approval before distribution. 2 of these 5 persons who got these lands are actually Guatemalans, while there are many tens of thousands of Belizeans who can't get lands.